Welcome to I Use It. I'm Chess, and I'll be walking you through things that I use around my home, things that have been in my home for some time, have been of great use to me, things around me with my friends that we've used, things that actually get usage like my laser, things that don't get usage like my small desktop CNC. Never use it. Today we got a special episode because as our first episode, we're also going over an item that's actually been pulled from the store shelves that there seems to be nothing known about. We're going to be talking today about a Honda HRN series and the HRX series, specifically the HRN because that's what I decided to purchase, and we'll go over that later about what I had to go through to actually purchase this mower. This is the Honda HRN series. We're going to do an unboxing of this. As you can see here, it's the Honda HRN with the smart drive, and this is the VKA twin blade edition. And it's kind of like a personal pace, but it's got its own little adaptation of that. So again, this is the VKA series from Honda. Now, one of the things that a lot of folks don't know is that this mower, actually, you won't be able to find it right now. It's very difficult to find. I actually had to order mine in from Amazon because the big box stores would not sell it to me. So let's go ahead and get set up, and we'll open this up. One of the things I do use, my old timer. It's been around for about 26 years. And let's see if we can even get this thing open here. Guess don't need my old timer. It's got a channel lock and made from USA steel. There's two different versions of that. This is a team lift at a weight of 92 to 102 pounds. Let's see if we can just roll this out. This is assembled in the United States, and it says assembled in the United States out of domestic and foreign components. There's a assembly plant in North Carolina for this, and as you can see, this comes mostly assembled. And let's see what we got here. We've got a manual, and the first looks like about a quart of oil, 12 fluid ounces of oil. This is that personal pace piece that I was telling you. It's not really personal pace because as personal pace goes, you actually press, and as you're walking, you apply more pressure. This is not really a personal pace because instead of as you walk, you're applying pressure as you're going up a hill or down a hill, and it goes at your pace. You actually just press this, and it applies the speed that you want. Let's see here. This comes open. Now this year, I guess, one of the changes that were made was these knobs here. They're quarter turn knobs, and once you've got them a quarter turn, you can actually snap it into place, and there's 3 different positions for different heights for people. All right. Let's see what we got here. This is the VKA series, so it doesn't have an electric start. It's pull start. There's another series of this same mower that actually has the the electric start. This is the cage frame for the catcher for the mowing bag. All right, there we go. The ironic part of this is I'm not going to use the bag, but ships inside out so that you can actually just slip it over. Let's see if we can do that and how easy it is. So if this is going to go that way, then we're going to have to go like this and put this over. I may have that backwards, I do. Let's see here. We may have to read the RTFM, but I don't think so. Okay. Maybe. All right, RTFM time. I'm sure I got it somewhat the right way, but we'll see. And you get an owner's manual. Nice, got a parts list. Is there an assembly? Mower setup. Alrighty. Grass bag. Okay, so this part goes up top. Bag frame. So this part goes up top, like so. This comes around, like this. It goes over top of this, right? Okay, you gotta get this little rubber thing started. Once you get it started, just pull it over. And then the rest just gets seated properly. Then you got this tiny one up top here. Got another one on this side. All right. There we go. Now we got the bottom. That needs to come on too. There's that piece. Come on, get on there. It is a nice warm day here in Colorado. It is 92 degrees out. Beauty is we don't have much humidity here. So let's see if we can get this over top and get this last piece on. It's pretty secure. It is just rubber or like a rubberized plastic, but it appears to be fairly good construction. And that is how the bag is put together. Pretty simple. Make sure this comes over, and we're done. And that's your Honda bag. All right, so that piece is done. Now the thing about the HRN, the reason I went with this series over the HRX is one, the price, and two is the deck is steel, which not many people make anymore. And one of the reasons I purchased this specific mower was because of the steel deck, but also the fact that there is a carburetor in here is actually a good old-fashioned metal carburetor. Almost everybody who's got the Briggs & Stratton on it, all the way from the cheaper mowers, $250 mowers, all the way up through the $770 mowers, which are more than this, actually have the Briggs & Stratton with the plastic carburetor. Now, the beauty of the HRN series is that you've got the front and the rear modify their height by simply just pulling, and you do one pull for both the front, and then you've got another one to set the rear back here as well. The same thing, you do both tires at the same time. Let's see. Seems like a hard plastic, maybe like a little bit of a rubber feel to those. Understand that the HRN series no longer has bearings. It's just floating on a metal sleeve right now. I guess the previous series before this used to use actual bearings in the wheels. Okay, remove a protective film. Oh well, do we have a peel here? Now the nice thing is they've got a nice big fill cap here for fuel. They've got, let's see, is that going to come off? They want you to peel it, but you can't get to it. Is it just here? Now there's no auto choke system with this as well, which is both good and bad. So we did get a nice peel there. We get an auto choke system, which is both good and bad. Helps it to start easier. You don't have to set the choke, then move the choke. But it does help with the start. Some people are saying that because of the auto choke that you actually have to do 2 pulls, but a lot of what I've seen is it's been a single pull just to get it started. Typically, they say the first pull is to prime it, similar to what if you have a prime bulb near the carburetor. Similar to that, the first pull would be the prime for the automated choke system, and then the second pull would be the start. But a lot of folks are getting them to start literally the first pull, even after a setup like this. So let's go ahead. Wow, they got that tight. Whoever tightened that got it really nice. Really? Yeah, there we go. Okay, as you can imagine, doesn't ship with much oil. In the thing here we have 12 ounces of Honda Power Equipment SA10W30. I believe we have to put this whole thing in. Let me check the mower setup guide here. Adjust the handlebar like we just did. The mower shipped without oil. The mower shipped without oil, so we do have to put this entire one in here. Again, I use it, my old timer. And I use my work sharp to keep that sharp. I use the older work sharp system. All right. How about that? A clean pour. All right, let's check this real quick. Okay, we're up top now. Not so tight now that you can't open it. We're gonna get some fuel for this. Now this is something I don't use. It's got these stupid valves on them that are safety valves, and they're just not good. They make a mess everywhere, and since I've had this one, I hate it. I'm getting an Eagle here very shortly. A very good friend of mine is going to provide that for me. He's not going to use it anymore. So, come. It's pouring down my fingers, as you can expect from these. All right, let's make sure. All right, I do want to show you something here with this. Now, down in here, give you some light here. If you can see, there's that little ridge there. You're not supposed to fill it past that ridge line there. So a lot of folks, used to fill old mowers all the way up to the top there. I'm just going to throw a little bit in so we can get it started here, let it run out, and then if I can let it run for about 30 minutes on this startup oil, then I'll go ahead and get that. Now, one of the other features you see here is you've got the bag or mulch showing what the clip direction is, and you just simply move that to bag it and this side to mulch it. And what it's doing, actually, I'll show you here, is, as you can see, you can choose to move it as much or as little as you want to see how much you want to bag or mulch. And you can actually choose both. You can go in between. It's a rear bagger with mulch capability. We added the oil before starting. We've got this on the start handle. Warning. Which are known to the state of California to cause cancer. Just in California, not here, not in Colorado. All right, let's get this set up here again. All right, now, let's see if we can get a good start. Will it start first time? Now here you got the blade control, stop and start, just like any other mower. When this is released, the mower will shut down. It is not a blade stop. They sell another model that actually does the blade stop. But this model specifically does not do that. So let's go ahead and give it the first pull here. There's the first start on the first pull. Good news. Now, one of the things I wanted to go over with you specifically to this mower is you might not be able to find this in big box stores right now. The reason I was telling you earlier is I had difficulty purchasing this mower is the fact that it's no longer available in Home Depot, no longer available in Lowe's. They have them. They're on their shelves. But they've pulled them from their shelves and set them as stop sale. At Home Depot, that's the terminology they use. They set them as stop sale. They won't sell this mower to you even though they have them in stock. In fact, I had one on a cart ready to go. Same size box, same everything. No special model for Home Depot or anything. And they wouldn't sell it to me. It was set for stop sale. They called the manager up and would not sell it. So I went online looking for issues with this. No run, no start, maybe issues with, some kind of a recall, some kind of a danger, something like that. And I can't find anything. I don't know why they're being pulled from the shelves. I've been looking over the last few days. I do a lot of research before I purchase anything, especially this expensive. And they pulled these from the shelves, and I don't know why. There are nobody complaining. There is an issue with they don't start, or they start hard over time with the automatic choke system. There's a little piece that fits in the carburetor. It's roughly a 10-minute fix. You pop it out, you pop a new piece in. I think it's 10 minutes, $10, and you're up and running again. with the steel deck, with Honda quality. You got the GCV 170 engine on here instead of the 166 for the previous model. And basically, you know, great mowers for a decent price. Other mowers similar to this, you'd have to be paying for like a Snapper. Toro doesn't even really compete, I think. Even their personal pace stuff that used to be really good is using that Briggs & Stratton with the plastic carburetor. But there you go. That's the HRN216 series. This is the VKA again. So I'm going to go out and give it a try. All right, I took her for a maiden voyage. She got a little bit dirty already. But again, this is the HRN216. You can adjust the front by simply doing that. And it turns out you can even do that one-handed, and you can just bring it up or down. One-handed even. Down, up, and adjust both sides on that one lever. And then over here on this lever, you can adjust the rear. Same thing, you can do it one-handed. It's actually pretty nice. Didn't have to lift it at all. You've got an auto fuel shut-off, a manual fuel shut-off. You've got, again, the bagging and mulch selection. Now, it did a great job. As you can see, I don't have normal grass. I have field grass that I actually use this mower for. And this is kind of like, it really only gets used to go around my flower beds and all that type of stuff. Otherwise, I have basically a field to mow, which I use something else, and I'll go over that in one of my future episodes. One of the initial things I found is I absolutely love the smart drive controls. You can actually go like this, change them down so that it's more comfortable for you if you like it down here, or you can change controls all the way up here if you like. I found somewhere in the middle was pretty good during my maiden voyage, and I absolutely love this. The controls, if you're all the way down, you're chasing it. It's actually that fast. One of the things I didn't get a chance to show you is the fact that this has a dual blade system. And I'll just tip this up, not all the way, but we'll get all the way under there for you and see what. It is a little heavy because of the steel deck system, but you can see that there's actually two separate blades there for the mulching system. You got an upper one that's somewhat flat and a lower one that comes down a bit, and it provides lift to cut everything a second time. Now, the one thing you will notice is there's a plastic ring on the bottom. I don't know how long that's going to last, or if I'm going to have some kind of a difficulty with that in my environment, with the fact that I have a field to mow that has rocks, but I just did the first run, and I was able to get around most of my items in about 15-20 minutes. Thank you for joining me on my first episode of I Use It. If you could hit that like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Starting on a new channel here, trying to get a little bit of traction, and hope you enjoyed that first episode with the Honda HRN216, and let's see if we actually do use it